Hello and welcome to Current Affairs MCQ program. Let's begin with the previous day question. Consider the following statements regarding Starlink. 1. Operated by SpaceX, it utilizes a network of approximately 7,000 satellites positioned in low Earth orbit, creating a mega constellation to provide connectivity across various regions of the world. 2. India has granted approval to Starlink for commercial operations, allowing it to compete with domestic telecom providers. 3. The Starlink satellites carry Hall thrusters, which use electricity and krypton gas to generate an impulse. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. Only one. B. Only two. C. All three. And D. None. The correct answer is option B. Starlink, operated by SpaceX, utilizes a network of approximately 7,000 satellites positioned in low Earth orbit, creating a mega constellation that provides near global internet access by enabling connectivity across various regions of the world. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Developed by SpaceX, it is a satellite-based internet service designed to provide high-speed, low-latency connectivity, especially in remote areas. India has not approved Starlink due to security, privacy, and pricing concerns, along with opposition from the local telecom and satellite industry. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The Starlink satellites carry Hall thrusters, which use electricity and krypton gas to generate an impulse, to maneuver in orbit, maintain altitude, and guide the spacecraft back into the atmosphere at the end of their mission. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Moving on to question 1. Consider the following statements. 1. The total fertility rate, TFR, is the average number of children a woman would have by the end of their reproductive years, ages 15 to 49. A TFR of 2.1 is considered the replacement level, where each generation replaces itself without significant population growth or decline. 3. Southern states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka achieved replacement level fertility earlier than northern states. How many of the statements given above are correct? A. Only one. B. Only two. C. All three. And D. None. The correct answer is option C. The total fertility rate, TFR, is the average number of children a woman would have by the end of their reproductive years, ages 15 to 49, if they followed the current fertility rates throughout their lives, assuming no mortality. It is expressed as children per woman. Hence, statement 1 is correct. As per the National Family Health Survey, NFHS 5, 2019 to 21, the TFR has declined to 2 children per woman from 2.2 children per woman in National Family Health Survey 4, conducted in 2015-16. A TFR of 2.1 is considered the replacement level where each generation replaces itself without significant population growth or decline. Hence, statement 2 is correct. A TFR lower than 2.1, however, can lead to negative population growth, potentially causing long-term demographic challenges, including an aging population. Southern states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka achieved replacement level fertility earlier than northern states. Hence, statement 3 is correct. By 2036, Kerala's aged population is expected to surpass children 23%. High labor wages, quality of life, and internal migration are expected to bring migrant labor to 60 lakh by 2030, which is about 1/6 of the state's population. The demographic shift was driven by high literacy, women's empowerment, and advances in social and health sectors. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 2. The Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action is often seen in the news in the context of A. Women's rights and gender equality, B. Climate change policies, C. Space exploration initiatives, and D. International trade agreement. The correct answer is A. The Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action is one of the most comprehensive global blueprints for advancing women's rights. The Beijing meeting in 1995 brought together world leaders and 17,000 delegates from 189 countries to agree on a roadmap to accelerate women's equality through 12 critical areas of concern. More than 200 Indian women were in attendance, along with the Government of India. The areas of concern included poverty reduction, education and training, health, violence against women, women's economic empowerment, and influence in decision making. The past 3 decades have witnessed remarkable strides in many of these dimensions. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Moving on to question 3. Generative artificial intelligence, or Gen AI, often seen in the news, is best described as A. An AI model capable of generating new content such as text, images, or music based on patterns learned from data. B. A rule-based AI system that follows predefined instructions to perform tasks. C. A machine learning approach that focuses solely on data classification and prediction. And D. An AI technique used only for automating repetitive tasks without generating new content. The correct answer is option A. Generative artificial intelligence, or Gen AI, is a rapidly growing branch of AI that focuses on generating new content such as images, audio, text, etc. based on patterns and rules learned from data. The rise of Gen AI can be attributed to the development of advanced generative models such as generative adversarial networks and variational autoencoders. These models are trained on large amounts of data and are able to generate new outputs that are similar to the training data. For example, a generative adversarial network trained on images of faces can generate new synthetic images of faces that look realistic. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 4. Consider the following statements. Classical computers use bits to process information in binary following classical physics principles. 2. The working of a quantum computer is based on the principles of quantum mechanics, an area of physics that deals with the smallest particles in the universe. 3. Quantum computers use qubits, which can be in states 0, 1, or a superimposition of both, enabling advanced computations. How many of the statements given above are correct? Your options are A. Only 1, B. Only 2, C. All 3, and D. None. The correct answer is option C. Classical computers work on the principle of classical physics. Their fundamental computing unit is the bit. Each bit represents one piece of information with two possible values, 0 or 1. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is possible to represent all types of information as a combination of zeros and ones using the binary system. The working of a quantum computer is based on the principles of quantum mechanics, an area of physics that deals with the smallest particles in the universe. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Quantum computers rely on quantum bits or qubits to perform computations. Unlike classical bits, qubits can exist in the states 0, 1 or in a state that's partly 0 and partly 1. Hence, statement 3 is correct. The ability of qubits to be in two states is known as superimposition. Superimposition is one of two fundamental principles that animate quantum computers. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding Nari Adalat program. 1. It operates as an alternative grievance redressal mechanism at the Gram Panchayat level, resolving minor disputes related to domestic violence, dowry, and child custody. 2. It was started on a pilot basis in Assam and Jammu and Kashmir. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is option C. Nari Adalat, under the Sambal sub-scheme of Mission Shakti, provides an alternative grievance redressal mechanism for women at the Gram Panchayat level, resolving minor disputes, example domestic violence, dowry, child custody, through negotiation, mediation and reconciliation. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Structure and functioning. Members. It comprises 7 to 11 members known as Nyay Sakhis, nominated by the Gram Panchayat. Implementation. It started in 2023 on a pilot basis in 50 Gram Panchayats, each in Assam and Jammu and Kashmir, with plans to expand to other states. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. Regarding the Navratna company status, consider the following statements. 1. A Navratna company is permitted to invest up to Rs 1,000 crore or 15% of its net worth in a single project without the government's approval. 2. Unlike Maharatna, it cannot form joint ventures or go in for mergers and acquisitions. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. And D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. State-owned firms can be classified into 3 categories, namely Maharatna highest, Navratna mid-level, and Miniratna. A Navratna company is permitted to invest up to Rs 1,000 crore or 15% of its net worth in a single project without the government's approval. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It can also form joint ventures or go in for mergers and acquisitions without getting entangled in bureaucratic red tape. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It gains greater flexibility to respond to dynamic market conditions, aiding its ability to stay competitive and pursue growth. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 7. Regarding the India Meteorological Department, IMD, consider the following statements. 1. IMD is the principal agency responsible for meteorological observations, weather forecasting, and seismology in India, established in 1875. 2. It operates under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Which of the statements given above are not correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. And D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer. The option is B. India Meteorological Department IMD is the principal agency responsible for meteorological observations, weather forecasting and seismology in India, established in 1875. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It operates under the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It provides weather forecasts and warnings for sectors like agriculture, aviation and shipping, and offers critical data for national development. It also conducts research to advance meteorological science. Major initiatives related to meteorology in India are National Monsoon Mission, Mausam App, and Doppler weather radars. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 8. Consider the following and select the correct answer using the code below. 1. Public order. 2. Economic development. 3. Sovereignty and integrity of India. And 4. Social justice. Which of the above are grounds for imposing reasonable restrictions on fundamental rights in India? The options are A. 1, 3 and 4 only. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 3 and 4 only. And D. 1 and 3 only. The correct answer is option D. Reasonable restrictions on fundamental rights can be imposed on grounds such as public order, sovereignty and integrity of India, morality, and others as specified under Article 19. Economic development and social justice, while important, are not grounds for restrictions on fundamental rights under the Indian Constitution. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Moving on to question 9, consider the following. 1. High solar insolation due to its tropical location. 2. Large land availability in arid and semi-arid regions. 3. Presence of abundant lithium reserves for solar panel manufacturing. And 4. Government incentives and policies supporting solar adoption. Which of the above factors make India suitable for large-scale solar energy generation? Your options are A. 1, 2 and 3, B. 1, 2 and 4, C. 2, 3 and 4, and D. 1, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option B. India is located in the tropical region receiving high solar insolation, that is solar radiation per unit area, making it ideal for solar energy generation. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Large tracts of arid and semi-arid land, such as Rajasthan and Gujarat, provide ample space for setting up solar farms. Hence, statement 2 is correct. India does not have abundant lithium reserves required for solar panel manufacturing. Most of its lithium needs are met through imports, though some reserves have been found in Jammu and Kashmir and Karnataka. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. The Indian government has introduced several incentives like the PM Kusum scheme, Solar Park scheme, and production-linked incentive for solar manufacturing, which encourage solar energy adoption. Hence, statement 4 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Moving on to question number 10. Consider the following sectors in India. 1. Handloom and handicrafts. 2. Film and music industry. 3. Software development. 4. Advertising and media. Which of the sectors given above can be classified under the creative economy? A. 1, 2 and 4 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And D. 1 and 4 only. The correct answer is option C. The creative economy is an economic system that uses creativity to create value rather than traditional resources like labor, land, and capital. It is also known as the orange economy. It includes industries like advertising, design, fashion, film, music, and publishing. The creative economy in India includes handloom, handicrafts, cinema, music, publishing, software development such as video games and animation, and advertising and media industries. While software development itself, example IT services, is not purely a creative sector, game design, animation, and digital content creation fall under the creative economy. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Now is the time for today's practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the South Asian Free Trade Area Agreement or the SAFTA Agreement. 1. SAFTA was signed by all the members of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) to promote economic integration and trade liberalization. 2. Under SAFTA, India provides duty-free access to all agricultural and processed food products from its neighboring SAARC countries. Which of the statements given above are correct? Your options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, and D. neither 1 nor 2. Do send us your answers in the comment section. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.